First game of the day, best of 5 in the loser bracket, everybody. We got a carried captain going up against the MC Academy here at the Nexus Cup. So first of all, again, this is a French tournament with special rules, meaning that every single team has to at least have 3 French players, and therefore a lot of the teams that you're seeing here are mixed teams. There are always people that come in and say like, well, these guys are playing with that clan tag or that team tag, what's going on there? Honestly, at this point in time, ignore team tags completely. It doesn't matter who has like WA, Sim or whatever in front of them. Usually doesn't mean anything. Teams are first of all very different from NA to Europe. So you might have a team in North America that plays in something like the CCL that has a tag. The same tag exists for a team that also gets sponsored on the European side but has completely different players. And then you have special tournaments like this one where it's mixed teams from the begin with. So in that sense, yes, the teams are, as you can see here, we have on the side of the carried captain, which is probably Malganyr, given that he has the crown here. We got Khaldor playing and also Copenhagen, the 2 non-French players. And they got bested yesterday and sent into the losers bracket. So today they have another chance to make their way over to the grand final, where Team WA is awaiting. But first pick today is for Panda Colada and the MC Academy. Infernal Shrines is kicking us off. So let's see where the first game of the day is going to get us. We should be in for some really nice matches today. We have 2 best of 5s and a best of 7 in the grand final, if I'm not mistaken, and all of them should be pretty good. Blaze made it through the bans again. Miami, the offline event, showed pretty, showed pretty clearly how strong he is. Blaze won, I think, 10 out of the 11 matches where he was played in on the final day, and now we have him together with Junkrat. So great poke already from the outside of the shrine, good follow-ups also with the displacement that he has whenever we have an initial stun. We got Leo coming in and Rhaegar. Okay, so Hanzo, Leo and Rhaegar are starting things off for the MC Academy. Nagrom also playing for them here. Nagrom is a really interesting case. Most of you guys know him as part of Team WA, and that's also, of course, the team that he played with when he was at the offline event in Miami. And he played support for them. And the cool thing about it is that he's not even a support player. The boy had some insane cleanses, which was incredible. And he isn't even playing main support. And we were joking, saying like, hey, every team is going to want you in the support role from now on. And he immediately just said, like, no, I don't want to play support. Like, give me a tank, but yeah, no support, please. Also, smokes. I mean, that guy is just smoking all day, every day. So, yeah, it's just a little bit nuts. It's actually interesting to me because so many events that you go to, very, very few players smoke. There's a couple that occasionally do it, even on the Fnatic side back then, which always surprised me. But generally speaking, there's not really a whole lot of players that smoke. So it feels like that's a habit that is dying out a bit. I'm not saying nobody smokes anymore, but I think that it is a backwards trend. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. But either way, now we got our final picks coming in. First of all, we're getting Malganyr on Ana, apparently, with Khaldor locking in Muradin. Might be that they're switching a couple of things around. And here comes Tyrael and Tychus as the final 2 picks for the red team. Cookie and Nagrom. Yeah, so now he can try to be the competition for Masquerade. But yeah, we're off to a good start here. We get our Tychus for Odin, we have Hanzo in the mix, Leo plus Tyrael, and we're gonna get to observe Nagrom on the front line. Whereas Tobos is the final pick for the blue team. We need a little more damage on their end, either in form of a melee, but I would expect range. And yep, there it is, Sylvanas as a late pick. Game number 1 in the best of 5, ladies and gentlemen, then Nexus Cup, the losers bracket. Let's go. We got carry captain against the MC Academy. Game number 1, the best of 5, kicking off on Infernal Shrines, and on the left side, Malganyr in the support role, playing Ana. We have Tobos playing Sylvanas, Khaldor on Muradin, Yasuo on Junkrat, and Copenhagen is playing Blaze for the blue team. To the right side of the map, the MC Academy with Splice on Leoric, Nagrom on Tyrael, Warren on Rhaegar, Cookie on Tychus, and the Panda Colada is playing Hanzo in this first game of the series. Loser bracket, so obviously whoever loses here is out of the tournament. The winner has a chance to move on through the next rounds and maybe even reach the grand final. And after all, Khaldor at the front with a pleb horse over here. Spray game at least is on point. The mount might not be an the blind storm bolt, that didn't connect with anything. We have Blaze already all the way up at the top, so it's highly doubtful that the blue team is going to commit to any significant battle here in the middle. But Blaze is getting the lead on the top wave. The minions just blown away. Literally all over the map. But yeah, now that the 1-on-1 is set up topside, we're having at the bottom of the map immediately the 4-man rotating between the bot and the mid lane. So yeah, here we go. Let's see what they can do. We got a quick sleep on Tyrael. I want to see now. I want to see. For me, it's really exciting to see Nagrom now after he played so many games in the support role for team. Wow! After he played at the offline event in Miami, seeing him now in a completely different role is kind of awesome. Nice move here. Panda Colada in this case is saved. Rhaegar paying a bit of attention here as well. So yeah, good for them. Starting things off here with the Colossal Totem, as you can see. So going for full-on totem setup. Still the dominant build. Rhaegar himself was obviously nerfed a little bit, but we've also seen now other builds start to, I don't want to say emerge, but they are definitely being played a little bit more often. And yep, down to the bottom of the map with the final camp left. Both of the teams are now taking position to see what they can pull off here. Hanzo getting booped around a bit. And yeah, Hanzo is one of those characters that everybody's kind of happy when he's getting bullied. I mean, it's pretty much both of the Shimada brothers. Can we just agree that the Shimada brothers are assholes? Can we just like flat out state that at this point? I mean, nobody likes to go up against Genji. Hanzo is also just annoying as fuck. So both of them are just an absolute nuisance. I mean, honestly, if these guys would still be in high school, they would be the local bullies and everybody would love for them to get slapped around a little bit. Nobody at that point in time knew that Hanzo would grow up to be an absolute hipster with a beard and the ponytail and everything. Going to Starbucks and ordering that soy latte. But yeah, never know. Panda Colada getting a lot of protection here. These Storm Balls are just not doing work with Rhaegar paying attention, but well, there it is. So now on the way to the top, we have our first objective kicking up soon. 1 second in, and we're gonna have the announcement as the teams are making a play for their shaman camps. There's not really too much happening just yet. Still a little bit easy, still everybody just chilling, but the first objective topside should already give us a bit of an indicator who's taking the lead here. Now the one thing to really pay attention to is that the red team in particular is very dependent on their heroic abilities. If you're playing on a map like Infernal Shrines, you want to make sure that you have Odin available for Tychus, and of course with such a composition, the sanctification that we're going to see from Tyrael is absolutely crucial. Meaning that there is a chance that the Academy is just moving in and just says, okay, whatever, we're going to give this one up. But I like what Carrier Captain is doing, because the blue team has obviously identified that too, and they know that there's a chance that the team in red is not going to fight overtly, unless of course there's a kill coming in. But they're already damaging this wall, which means that if we have a Punisher for the blue team, they are going to try and go for the fort directly. So that's already happening right here. Now, yeah, Topos has to be careful on Sylvana, so that could be a bit of a problem for him. Maina just with the big pew-pew here, going for one hit after another. And it's currently the red team that is actually ahead on the objective, even without having the absolutely crucial abilities that they're going to get on level 10. We have level 7 in the hands of both right now, and in this case, the Swift Retribution is in, but already a little bit of a takeover. Ooh, the Stormbolt attempt. Like, Hanzo is always out there. Warren is doing a great job making sure that it's not going to get too dicey for the ranged carry. And by now we have 16 to 27. We might see the MC Academy win this one after all. They're doing a great job here, but the blue team is pushing in farther and farther, trying to really establish a position on the point, but it's already too late. With 35 points, there's absolutely no doubt who's going to take objective number 1. That's really nice for the Academy. That's actually a great step into the right direction, and they're also protecting their own fort, since as I explained earlier, that wall has earlier taken significant amount of damage, so good for them. And yep, off we go. Especially since our first objective is also directly a frozen Punisher, so that obviously helps too. One of the most dangerous ones at this point, and they are already making this very clear topside as they take the wall down and get damage in on Lauber, plus the aggression against the fort itself. Has another attempt to lock them down. Nice double hit, but no follow-up in this case. Panda Colada for a second thought they could come in, but was a bit too late. The bigger they are as the talent pick on level 4 for Tychus. But the fort still in play. A lot of damage has been done though. Tons and tons of damage for sure. Not a single kill yet, by the way. Not a single kill up to this point. And Leo is already at the bot lane. Just like slowly pushing this one out. But again, still no kill. Good damage at the structures at the top. Nobody has really pulled ahead yet in experience. They're very, very even. There's a slight lead because of the additional wave that Leo took at the bottom of the map and Thierry at the top, but that will be negated in just another second. Camps are obviously being attacked now again as they respawned. And that's true for the blue and for the red team, so both of them have made the same play here. And at this point, it's just a quick move down to the bottom. Heroic abilities are already available. Sanctification should come in very quickly. Unless, of course, they're going full YOLO on this one and are trying to blast some targets away. And he hasn't made a choice yet. I mean, Nagrom, are you... Nah. For a second, I thought, is he maybe gonna do it? Yeah. Didn't really expect him to. He goes for Sanctification, as he should. But it would have been funny, not gonna lie. With Bloodlust also taken from Rhaegar, that would have been the full-on YOLO move right here, right there. But we get the mind control, and Lauba going full Haymaker. That boy played a little bit too much on the NA server, you can already tell. So Lauba is going Haymaker on them, trying to push them back out here. But that is interesting and could very well change the flow of the game a little bit. Especially with Tychus, of course, going to try and drop him. Already we have the continuous attempts from Yasuo to just use the mine and be as annoying as possible. But it's going to be especially interesting whenever Lauba is going to hit one of those stuns and Yasuo can follow up. Then you can make those plays and just try to come in and isolate a target fully, boop it into the rest of the team, instead of just annoying the hell out of them. But they are doing a fairly good job here. Now topside, Leo is doing the same thing. He wants to take the fort down, and he just did do exactly that. The arrow goes far and wide. That one hit absolutely nothing. Instead, the kill on Tychus gets confirmed. Here comes Bloodlust, though. They go for Tobos. The nano boost. He's alive, and Rhaegar is dead. Yeah, that backfired a bit. They went in, they wanted to go for the counter kill. They even used Bloodlust. They nearly chased down Sylvanas, and then it is the push into the towers that seals the deal for Rhaegar, seals his fate, and he goes down 2 kills to 0. So a nice lead all of a sudden for carried captain, at least when we're talking about kills. As I mentioned, they lost the fort at the top, so that's already gone. Down at the bottom of the map, they did a bit of damage, but at the same time, it's now about the shrine in the middle. Now, there is obviously the fact that the blue team is going to reach level 13 slightly before the academy does. They will have the level 13. But it's a tiny, tiny advantage. It's not going to amount to much. Already we got Cookie very early hammering in Odin. So that's going to be a lot of damage, and it's going to buy them a little bit of time too until they have 13. Normally you see the heroic ability on the Renegade used later in the fight for Shrine. Normally around 20 of your stacks, but they're taking there for the quick lead. Have level 20 now too. Lauba is a bit low, gets drained and attacked by Tychus. I mean, he has a lot of trouble here at the front line, but will have the great arrow. Sylvanas jumping out, nano boosted already. Reptile and the kill. Anna with a pew pew as she takes down Hanzo. In comes Rhaegar with his ult, but it seems to be too little too late. Already Leo is about to fall, and he's not the only one. Leo is down, so is Tyrael. And that is easy kills and also a quick hit on the objective. So the red team, they're at least locking in the objective. It will be an easy defense, but Copenhagen? If not for the vision play here, it might have been that the Punisher takes him down in that situation. But yes, the kills against them. And take another quick look at the finale on the Shrine. So yes, at this point, as you can tell, they went all in on this one. They took Leo down, they took Tyrael down. After initially we had Hanzo die, and now at least they avoided the Punisher being claimed by the blue team, but they couldn't really do a whole lot with it. Now to be fair, they still get half the wall here, so that tower is nearly down and they can take it easily with a simple grenade from Tychus whenever he gets close enough. But it's now 5 kills to 0, and despite the fact that we only have a half level lead, that's not really a great indicator for them. So you gotta be very careful with this. But well, let's see what else they can pull off here. Got first and foremost, who do we have? Nagrom, alright. They're already trying to boop him around a little bit. It's actually surprising to me. Like, let's take a quick look at the experience, because just to give you a bit of an idea, in hero experience, that 4,200 extra XP that the blue team has because of those 5 kills. And it is still impressive to me that MC Academy is so close in XP. They're not even an entire level behind. It's mainly that they're slightly ahead in the minion experience, and the passive experience, thanks to the fort at the top lane taken, that is helping them too. So they're not as far behind as you might think, given the amount of kills that the blue team currently has. But by now, we're also looking at level 16 talents. That's one of the main reasons why the Academy went back and plays very defensive now, because they're fully aware that they have to wait until they have level 16 talents themselves. Lauber is already getting poked down. Almost for another Stormbolt. Rhaegar. Warren is doing a great job watching out for these Stormbolts, I gotta say. He's doing a fantastic job with that. But in comes Nagrom. They got level 60 now. Here comes the arrow. And that has to be a kill. But again, they're paying attention. And instead, it's Hanzo that dies. Hanzo is just dying way too much here. He's always out. And sometimes Warren is just not able to keep him alive. Now we got 6 kills to 0. And the blue team is again pushing it. Fantastic sleep dart by Malganyr. And the follow-up is there. That seals it for Tyrael. He dies too. And gets some explosion damage out, but it's simply not enough. The fort is gonna fall. Lauber is tanking the hits here for the longest time, but of course Malganyr is around and is helping him. We got 30,000 damage for Tychus. If we look at Hanzo, he's still trailing behind, only sitting at 25k. Died twice so far and was attacked a lot, and Rhaegar had to pay a lot of attention to him. 33,000 for Sylvanas. And top side, yes, there is some damage at the keep wall, thanks to Leoric, pushing the lanes out. But now Carried Captain is starting to build up some momentum. They've finally taken one fort down too. The objective is up on the map. A lot of the heroic abilities are still on cooldown. But the Shrine activating in 20 seconds, and by then we will have pretty much everything in. Now, it is kind of crazy that we haven't seen a single kill for the Academy yet. There's obviously a chance that with some kills they can make some plays, but this objective is gonna be quite important. And there's only one team that still has a fountain available to them at the bot lane, and that's the blue team. So Carry Captain, they weren't really happy dropping into the losers bracket. A lot of people expected them to march towards the winner bracket final, but that didn't happen. So now they find themselves in the losers bracket, hoping for another chance to reach the grand final of the tournament. Haymaker already used as Lauber tries to get himself some space. Odin got mind controlled. And where's the follow-up? There it is. Finally, the kill against Sylvanas. Hanzo's arrow connected and we're able to get the kill. Leo survives as he gets targeted and is able to move out. Nagrom is a bit low, but everybody is still fine dandy over here. So by now, we got Leo tapping the fountain in the middle, moving back into the fight. 37 stacks. They're going to take the third Punisher in a row. They're losing Leo, but they're going to win the Punisher for sure. No, well, actually not 100%. There it is. 39 to 37, but they locked the final minion in. It's Punisher time, and I would be a little bit careful if I'm Lauber and the blue team, because there is a chance that jump gets procced. There's the stun. No follow-up. That's where you need judgment. That's where you need judgment. But yeah, now we have level 18 on both sides, and they are trying to be very aggressive. Look at how much Nagrom is now going for Malganyr. He's really putting him under pressure, but he might have gone a little bit too deep here. So Tyrael is trying to escape and dodging out on it. Malganyr with a really, really nice move, waiting him out, but Nagrom, he plays it well, is able to escape, and as all of this happens, we are still seeing the action at the bot lane fort. This one gets destroyed. Tyrael is not out of it yet. Yasuo is really trying to chase him here. And gets duped. Oh, well done, well done. Lauber could go for the jump, doesn't. But Nagrom, he doesn't even have the fountain, is just moving back here. So yeah, that was a good escape from Tyrael. We have 8 kills to 1. Nice Haymaker also to put Leo under pressure. Seems like he's able to walk away here. Warren is doing what he can to keep him in play. Obviously, if you're losing a hero, then Leo is as good as it gets. He's going to be back a little bit faster and spawns on site, doesn't have any travel time. But I gotta admit that with the second fort now gone, the MC Academy, they might not be able to get a ton of kills here, but they are definitely able to keep Carried Captain on their toes, because for the blue team, this isn't a done deal yet. They are ahead in experience and have now locked in a level 20 talent, but that doesn't change the fact that they are structurally behind in this game. And to be honest, from what it looks like, I am very sure that we're going to have level 20 by the time that the next shrine is up for the Academy as well. That's why the blue team is now so aggressive. Lauber is jumping in, and again, Mane was looking for a sleep dart. There's the jet propulsion, because the blue team is trying to capitalize on that early storm talent. And so they should. They need to do something here. They need to be aggressive and make a couple of plays, and that's what they're currently attempting to do. Sylvanas dying once, but of course, when it comes to it, the Academy needs more kills. And they shouldn't be baited here. Yes, a lot of heroics have already been used by carried captain, but the blue team still has a bit of an advantage. And it seems like Nagro might find himself at the end. Yeah, he's getting beaten to a pulp here. That one was avoidable, I think. I'm not sure how much it's going to impact it. The objective hasn't been announced yet, but obviously there's an immediate ping on the fort since the blue team realizes they can now exploit the numeric advantage, and Sylvanas in particular to go in for the fort. That's the second one destroyed on the red team side. Tyrael will be back for the next objective, and now we have level 20 abilities too, so that helps as well, as you can see. We have them now with Big Red Button. Leo is going to play a much bigger role in these team fights since he has Buried Alive, which is one of the best engage tools that you have. And on top of that, we have Bullseye for the additional stun. Got the Holy Arena. So, very important upgrades on level 20 for the Academy. And the next shrine is spawning in the middle of the map now. Ooh, nice one. Panda Colada here with a quick hit on Lauber, who has done a very good job considering that he doesn't even have his normal level 10. So in terms of survivability, he has the mobility to move out, but he didn't really have too many troubles against Leo and Tychus in most of these fights. I think he struggled a little bit in the first one, but outside of that, Lauber doing fairly well. And only a single death on the side of carried captain underlines that even further. Maybe now a bit of a play being made. There's the stun. Yeah, Lauber gets chunked down a little bit more. Mane immediately ready with a heal. Riptire is out too as everybody is focusing on the next objective. And Leo misses the Entomb. That's pretty unfortunate. That's a huge tool that is not available to them for another 40 seconds. Sanctification denying the next ult. Here comes Rhaegar with the ult. Oh, the arrow again in the back. And Odin is just shelling away as they're trying to go for Lauber, but they just don't seem to have the damage here. Nano boosted Blaze is moving in, trying to stun them out with another jet propulsion. Mane is low on Ana. Panda Colada with a play attempt against Yasuo. He can't get the kill. The bunker is out too. Copenhagen gets attacked, and that should be the end of him, but they're taking Leo, who goes for Blaze though. Blaze and Mane are both low, and they both get away. Tobos jumps in. Hanzo is dead. How are they all dying, and the blue team doesn't lose a single one? Copenhagen, 6 hit points. 6 hit points, and he survives. Are you joking? What? Are you kidding me? 11 kills to 1. How did the blue team not lose a single hero? He was down to 5 HP. And they all survive and make it out of the battle. Unbelievable. Mane is topping them off again. 11 kills to 1. This fight could have gone the other way for sure. If Blaze dies, if Hanzo dies, I mean, any one of them. But now they're all moving into the middle, trying to go for the keep. And they're going to drop it. They're going to drop the keep, and they might even be able to push this further towards the core. Punish is about to be taken up. Big Entomb! Big Entomb! 3 heroes hit by the Entomb, and Hanzo wasn't alive yet. If Hanzo's alive here and delivers an arrow, that might have been the end of at least one hero, maybe even more than that. But they couldn't make it happen. Now the core is losing hit points. The Punisher is burning it down to 79%. What a game, honestly. Some of these fights are just incredible. But they're saving everything else here. We got at the bottom of the map, and in the middle, camp's taken again by carried captain as the blue team wants to take the lead in this best of 5. 63,000 damage by now for Junkrat. We got 61,000 for Sylvanas. Tyke is even a little bit ahead of that with the 69k that he brings to the table. And Hanzo is doing a great job trying to catch up here. But yeah, it's getting nasty. Absolutely nasty. If they can get some kills and get back into this would just be the cherry on top of all of it. But it seems that carry captain is now building up a bit too much momentum. Yeah, there's another nice one. They go for Sylvanas. She gets the bunker assist from Blaze. Stun comes out as they're trying to save everybody. A lot of cooldowns being used here, especially on the side of the red team as they're committing to Hanzo's arrow and also Leo's Entomb. But I think that saved Hanzo. Couldn't get a kill though. Was a nice play against Sylvanas, but as long as you don't catch Blaze with that Entomb, you're going to have some issues. As long as his bunker is available, he can always use that to assist whoever gets caught there. But it is not over yet. This time they're trying to make a play for him. And keep in mind that Copenhagen has already lost his bunker. Already Tobos is jumping out. They didn't know if maybe Entomb is already back up, but that's not the case. Another 5 seconds are missing here. Mid lane gets attacked. That could become a problem soon, TM. And at the top, Yasuo is trying to also deliver more damage to the final keep. So another problem. They're wrapping around in the middle in a bit of an attempt to get another kill in. So far, there's the stun with the bullseye. Trying to take the Riptire down. Yeah, that one explodes. Another nice catch here. But they're not going to get the kill. And instead, it's Leo that gets absolutely bullied. Tobo's ability to stay alive is honestly beyond me. He died once in this game, and they were trying to target him so many times. The top keep has now fallen, as Junkrat didn't even bother to show up in the middle. Instead, kept pushing that keep. So now 2 keeps are destroyed. And the MC Academy is pushed farther and farther back, trying to defend their core and salvage game 1 somehow. Which honestly seems pretty much impossible at this point in time. But who knows, maybe they're able to get something done here. 77,000 damage now by Tychus. And I guess this is going to be where the final battle is held, the bottom shrine. Now, Cookie at the top, he is taking the Shaman camp down. The problem is this is the one that got stolen away from them. We still have this one traveling over, and eventually those catapults are going to appear at the core. So you gotta go for a quick and dirty fight if you want to have a chance. If you're at the MC Academy, it's pretty much the only thing that can be done. Because the longer this lasts, the more damage at the top will be dealt. Look at Lauber. Look at Lauber. He's trying to go for the solo. Nice Entomb, and there it is. That has to be a kill. It has to be. No, don't tell me he gets the counter. Muradin dies. Nicely done. He wanted to solo Tychus and he nearly did it. Now Tychus on the run. He's about to die. Sylvanas jumped in again. He's at 100 hit points. Drops everything. They need to go into the fight. They have no other chance. There's no Ancestral. They went instead for Bloodlust. So they're going for the battle here, trying to claim victory and also get the Punisher. But of course, Carry Captain knows that all they gotta do is buy some time for the mid and the top lane, for the catapults to arrive at the core. In the meantime, the quick battle for the shrine. Everybody slowly healing up here. But there's a massive push towards the core on the top lane, and it is going to become a problem for the MC Academy very, very quickly. They need to send someone back. This could end the game here. The battle, of course, still ongoing. Seems like we're going to see a Punisher for the blue team, but they're losing Blaze. Blaze is down, but guys, the core is falling. I'm not quite sure what to tell you. 68% as the battle continues. Nice sleep dots from Mena. Once again, Yasuo might be in trouble. The core is down to 50 in the meantime. Junkrat dies, but everybody else is just trying to desperately get back to the core, and it is just not happening. They're not going to be there in time. This is game. Too many catapults on the core. It's Winion time as Carried Captain takes the lead. Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet, so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV. Map number 2! Dragon Shire is the second map after we just saw the lead for the blue team on Infernal Shrines. And yeah, that was an interesting game. There were a couple of moments there where I thought maybe they can start a comeback, but towards the end it was just a bit too much. Now initially they could have sent someone back, then when they were finally trying to hearth back, obviously the blue team was also trying to prevent them from doing that. But the problem for the Academy was simply that they lost on all levels in that fight. They got the initial kill, but they lost the Punisher, and then they were just like locked into a battle that they could never really recover from. And of course the catapults, yeah, sealed the deal. If the catapults are not able to take the core down, then they are still able to do significant damage, and then with a push towards the bot lane, it would have most likely ended in favor of Carry Captain anyways in that situation. But yeah, they just couldn't get any control. The lack of kills was a little bit of a problem. You don't have to always jump ahead and get more kills than your opponent. We've seen multiple games where just control over the map was more than enough to claim victory in the end. But if you're just trailing behind that heavily, it starts to become an issue. There were a few fights, the one in the mid lane in particular, where it could have completely flipped the game though. The Academy was so close to taking multiple heroes down. Blaze at one point had 5 HP. If he dies, that could start a snowball where multiple heroes fall on the blue team side, and then we have a potential comeback for the Academy. But now that they lost map number 1, there's obviously still plenty where they can recover. Shire is only the second map. We're going to at least see 3 in the series. Diablo gets banned, and we have Lucio and also Hogger taken out, which means that Rexa is still up if you're gonna want to go for the King of Shire in the top lane. Blaze also still available, but as our first pick, we get Brightwing. Junkrat again. Okay. And what else are we getting for them for the early pick? Is it going to be a Blaze pick again, or do they in this case opt for Rexa, who at the top lane is just absolutely crazy on this map? The ability to split Misha towards the objective is so good. But they go for Blaze, they go for him again. Again, Blaze probably one of the strongest heroes just in general right now. There's a lot of good offlaners, but he excels. And how is this time, especially Nagrom, going to react? What are we going to see on the front line? The Tyrael pick, honestly, it kind of worked for them in some cases, but it was just never really that big fight that they wanted to accomplish with the Bloodlust, where they can come in, drive the agenda, drop the Sanctification, get Bloodlust in, and then make the play. It never really felt like they got that situation going for them. So now they might change things up a little bit. We got Rexa. So Rexa definitely, like, the best top laner for Shire. And there's always a couple of people that don't understand it, and it's like, no, he doesn't win the one-on-one. And yeah, for all the dummies out there that still don't get it, and for the people that are new and don't understand that either, Rexa has a unique ability where you can split him and Misha. So you can have Misha sitting on the shrine, for example, and Rexa stays on lane. So you have the ability to control the objective and control the lane experience at the same time, which pretty much no other hero that is a good side laner has. So that means that if you're going up against Rexa at the top, you might not beat him in a 1 versus 1, but you will lose the lane eventually, because he can do that and you can't. You have to split your attention and either go for the objective or you have to go for the minion wave. So it makes it very, very tricky. It's one of the main reasons why most of the time when we're seeing that particular setup, you have other heroes on the side that faces off against Rexa that need to rotate in. Globals are fantastic for that. A lot of agile heroes, like let's say Genji, are good in this too. So you try to send heroes every now and then top side to needle away against Rexa, make him play a bit more defensive, but left to his own devices, he is going to take control over the lane eventually. So that's one of the big reasons why he is very powerful in Shire. The same applies to a lesser extent on Brax's holdout. We've seen that too. But of course, in the big teamfight, Blaze is also incredibly powerful, as we highlighted already on the last map. But Rexa is also in big battles pretty useful, since you have the ability to get those stuns in. And we shut the front. Nagrom going for Stitches, playing with Masquerade has definitely rubbed off on him a little bit. Lunara for damage, and together with that we also get Cookie on Sylvanas this time, so taking it away from Tobos, who is now sitting on the last pick for map number 2. Okay. Time to make a decision here. We got Junkrat already, but they need a bit more than that, and it's the birdie. So there you got your global, and that immediately forces Splice to be a bit more careful, but Brightwing can of course help out too. So we're heading into map number 2. Shire, everybody. We're heading in MC Academy against Carried Captain. Game number 2 starts off with Mane on the support again. We got Mane on Rhaegar, Lauber on Muradin, Tobos on Falstad, Copenhagen on Blaze, and we got Yasuo on Junkrat. On the right side of the map, Splice on Rexa, Warren on Brightwing, Nagrom on Stitches. How big of an impact Stitches has in a lot of these games was very evident when you're thinking about the offline event in Miami, where we had Europe go up against North America. Once that Stitches started to play a role in the bans, it was much harder for Team WAN to stomp their opponents. Cookie is playing Sylvanas, Lunara played by Panda Colada, and I already like how Tobos is going in there. If you're playing the birdie, you need to go in with a bit of dominance and really get the taunt out. One of the best dances in the game for sure. So yeah, not too bad. But at this point, what do we got? Level 1, normal talents, nothing too crazy. We currently have for Brightwing the Hyper Shift as usual, obviously with the patchwork creation. For Stitches, we're also getting what we expected on his account. Muradin going straight into the third win for the extra sustain. And once that the objective is up, we're going to see the situation play out between Blaze and Rexa that I explained during the draft. Again, keep in mind that Falstad and Brightwing can always change things there. One of the reasons why Rhaegar is also pretty good on this map is because, as you can see here, he is immediately going for the camp. And technically speaking, pretty much every single hero in the game can solo a camp. So the ability to solo a camp is not really what makes you a good camp clear hero. It's more so the speed with which you can do it. And Rhaegar is obviously not going to have to do everything alone here, get some assists from Falstad already, but the teams are making very quick plays here for their respective camps. In this case, we have Junkrat taking care of the Siege Giant camp at the bottom left. Already a little bit of a play at the top, but yep. There's immediately Misha trying to wait for the objective. And of course, as you can tell, Mena and Tobos are already helping out. In all of this, he's pretty safe, but that opens up a little bit more wiggle room at the bottom of the map. And of course, also at the camp, where we currently see Cookie and Warren do their thing. They are a little bit late on this one, though. So the camp from blue team side is going to do some structural damage. They're already going for tower number 1. And that's going to be a kill. And Junkrat gets murdered at the bot lane. That's a bit of a setback for carry captain, because that means immediately that they're going to lose the bottom shrine. Stitches is still sitting in the middle. Nice push at the top, but they still have issues at the bottom and the mid lane now, and need to deploy their forces a bit differently to meet that little onslaught that is being prepared there by the red team. So already we get Sylvanas with a happy cloud. Why is Sylvanas riding a happy cloud? I mean, she's always angry. If anybody should ride an angry cloud, it's definitely Sylvanas. Can you imagine Valentine's version Sylvanas? It seems a little bit wild, but yeah. At the bottom of the map, we have our little battles going on, and Panda Colada with Bambi is already hopping around, making sure that nobody is getting too aggressive and landing that Stormbolt. Stitches is in the middle of it. Stitches wants playtime, and playtime he gets. Stitches. Yeah, I just learned, I don't even know what Stitches is called in French. It's some horrifying translation as well. And, well, in the middle of the map, talking about horrifying, apparently there's a bit of an apocalypse going on as Sylvanas and Brightwing are both getting murdered. So the blue team with some real nice work, and they're not even stopping there. They're going for Bambi. Dinner has been served. The dinner plate is down, Bambi eliminated, and now maybe a chance to even go for the first objective. Yeah, some of the translations are absolutely insane. I feel like the game honestly that made me play every game that I buy to play it in English was Diablo 2. Diablo 2 in particular, the translations that Blizzard brought in there were just so absolutely atrocious that I could not bring myself to play that in my native language. So I went from English, and from there on out I just decided I'm done with these shitty translations. But the same is also going on in Heroes of the Storm. Brightwing Funkelchen. Stitches Kleiner. Like, what the fuck have you been smoking? There's not enough copium in the world to really deal with all of that. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going on there. I heard some of the names that some of these heroes have in French yesterday, and I'm honestly not sure who provides the worst translation, if it's the Germans or the French, but it has to be in between them there somewhere. But either way, the battle continues, and Nagrom is a bit too deep maybe, gets a Devour through. Oh, the hook! Look at that, it was a bait all along. Nagrom, that little masturbator over here, always knew that he had it in him. Comes in, focuses all the attention on him, turns it around, drops the hook, Rhaegar goes down, and now, no, does he do it again? Yeah, maybe this time he went a little bit too deep. So yeah, easy kill right there. Would have been a bit too good for them if they got Rhaegar and then he got out. But yeah, so it's 4 kills to 2, we got a slight lead in experience. So far we haven't seen an objective claimed yet. Up towards the top, Copenhagen is already sitting on the shrine at the bottom of the map. Lauba is trying to do the same thing. Sylvanas with the Stormbolt. I'm actually surprised that there's no Heroes of the Storm Dentist. That's honestly the next character that I would bring in. If you think about it, how many Stormbolts someone like Muradin alone just throws out. And all of these guys just like walk around and act like it's no big deal. I mean, just imagine walking through a bush and the first thing that happens is that there's a massive hammer that just gets completely thrown into your face. I have no idea who deals with dental work in the Nexus, but he must be absolutely amazing, because every time I see one of those heroes picked, they have pretty impeccable teeth. Okay, maybe not Stitch, just looking at the portrait here, and maybe not the Orcs, but outside of that, it seems like nobody's really affected too much. As a massive business here, for sure. But anyways, 5 kills to 2, and now with level 10 abilities, a bit of a battle in the middle. There's the interrupt that Misha is coming in, and has barely able to make an interrupt happen, but not for too long. So the Dragon Knight is finally claimed, and they're moving down through the mid lane at the bottom of the map. Maybe a rotation into the middle could even be happening. Panda Colada with the Thornwood Vines. Bambi is getting a bit of an ass kicking, but they're also going for the birdie, so Falstad is all of a sudden down. Putrid Bile for Stitches, no Gorge. And it seems like the Dragon Knight is heavily committed here. Nice punt. I like it. There's the Storm Bolt, and he might be in trouble, but Brightwing comes in. Do they get the hit? Nope, Mene gets slowed, the Boars got unleashed, but instead they're just body blocking Lauber a bit, but even he gets out because he can still jump away. Easily done. To the day, I have not figured out who exactly is launching the Dwarf. If you have a talent that is called Dwarf Launch, someone has to launch you. And I am still pretty convinced that Muradin has a little pocket Aragorn that he can get out every now and then and launches him. I asked Michael Uller the same question. I asked him, okay, in your opinion, who's launching the Dwarf? Who's doing that? And Michael said, Mother Earth. The dumbest explanation that I've ever heard. I was like, the fuck are you talking about? He went full hipster on me. I was like, what are you talking about? Are you going full Zen on me? Is that like some new agey shit? Are you going too hipster, Michael? You got too much hair. That's a side effect or something. But yeah, Mother Earth. Well, it's just way out there. I like my explanation way better. Level 13 is coming up next. Top side, we still have the defense. So far not a single structure has fallen, at least not a major one. But, well, some have taken serious damage, especially in the middle and the top lane. And Panda Colada already trying to hold the bot lane, but up at the top, the bunker is out. Big fight, where comes... There's a Putrid Bile, exactly. They're trying to go for Brightwing, and Brightwing is dead. Same time now, the Ancestral already used, Riptire, the Haymaker again, by the way. And they are all dead and dying. Sylvana's dead, Stitch is down. They make the quick fly. There's the Gust, Splice. He knows that he's on the wrong side of this engagement. Nice isolation, and there's the kill. That is a 4 down. Only Bambi surviving this little Armageddon over here. Lunara hopping around in the middle, but that's now 9 kills to 3 and carried a captain, carrying the momentum straight into the heart of the MC Academy. The objective is up and Junker is making a play for the bottom shrine. We're going to see the same thing up at the top. And then, of course, the opportunity to go for Dragon Knight number 2. So, yeah, that's going to be a thing. But okay, let's go. Copenhagen is moving in. There's the Dragon Knight. Big battle axe in this case for the Dragon Knight and for Muradin. So handed in his hammer, got a battle axe. And another... Maybe going a little bit too deep on this one. That seems like a bit of a waste. I mean, Lauber goes YOLO and gets the fort, I guess. But that Dragon Knight didn't last very long. I think that could have been played a little bit better. Playing more around the... Oh... Yeah, nice one. Hook gets dodged after 13. He has now, of course, the extended range. But I really think that Lauber could have played a little bit more around his abilities on the Dragon Knight and the Dragon's Breath, but that didn't happen. This, on the other hand, was a very nice engage and put Sylvanas immediately in her place. Warren is also still trying to escape with the 50 hit points that he has. Big Riptire to the face, and the Fruit Fly is down. So is Rexa, so that's 12 kills to 3 now, and they are starting to murder it. Absolutely crushing it here. Big lead in kills, big lead in damage, structurally ahead too. 26,000 for Falstad, and they are just doing real work at the bottom of the map now. Carried Captain is dominating this game at this point. So yeah, Yasuo a little bit low here, but still Brightwing and Rexa are both not with the team. There's a good hook though, but we still have also a bunker up. Copenhagen doesn't even use it. Bunker could have been utilized at any point by him, but he didn't even burn the cooldown. Now Stitches is waiting for the hook to come back. Lands it, gets Muradin, who gets immediately polied. There's good damage here too, and a nice follow-up from Sylvanas with the Wailing Arrow, but maybe a second too late. And they still can't get the kill here. Personally, I would have liked for them to go into Gorge maybe too. I mean, they don't really have the perfect comp for it, but you can see that they're struggling to really follow up on a hook once they landed. So that's a bit of an issue. But either way, Up at the top. Splice playing it slow. They need 16, I mean, obviously. 2 levels are missing before they catch up with Carry Captain. There's a big discrepancy in experience, and it gets abused by the blue team time and time again. They have to Hearthstone back at least one of them, since they realize that with the Bruiser camp, we're seeing Carry Captain making another play for the keep. Half a level until 16 is finally ready. And off we go. There we have a little bit more action on the keep. They poke it down slowly. Hook gets dodged out on. Tobo saw that coming from a mile away. Not too bad. And of course, by that, we have all the way up at the top with another camp. Copenhagen just pushing this out. If you look at the map, it's pretty much painted blue at this point. Camp after camp has been taken by Carried Captain. By now, we also have... Oh, that was nibbling on Lauba a bit. This is the only one that was taken. But another Dragonite. It seems like he likes that Battle Axe. Gimme, 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 baby. So one more Battle Axe. And yeah, by now another push down at the bottom of the map. Okay, Carry Captain is getting ready for another push. Yay! Shut up, you're not even in the game. Jesus. That thing is so annoying. It's unbelievable. I don't really know what to say. Maybe that. Dragonite in the middle, this time taking position at the side and utilizing the Dragon's Breath a little bit better. But yeah, Lauba still full on in YOLO mode, buying of course a bit of time for the rest of the team down at the bottom. Bambi is getting her ass kicked again. Keep has still not fallen, and by now we have at least level 16 for the MC Academy. So they got their talents, which means that Pulverize is playing a bit of a role. And they nearly got one here. Lauba could have fallen if Tobos didn't move in with the gust. So that was well played by the birdie. Good for him. Up at the top, Copenhagen has also pushed out the top lane, which again forces the red team to play incredibly defensive here. But now we are having more and more aggression from them as they are hoping to finally get some hits in. They're trying to make the play for Tobos. Does he get the cooldown back in time? There's the Ancestral. Well done. He's still low. Misha, no. Misha can't get the kill. The hook. And Stitches still dies. Falsen is alive. Murden is also dead. The team gets chased though. Seems like Splice is going to be the next target. And Rexa is down. Rexa is dead. Here's the level 20 now for Carried Captain. Everybody moving in on the bot lane to go for Bambi. Oh dear. Lunara is down. Sylvanas is eliminated. And Brightwing. Mene. Tobos with a fly here. I didn't mean it, but they get the keep and now they're going for core. They want the 2-0, and since everybody else is dead, I don't think there's a chance for the Academy to salvage this one. Doesn't really look like there is a way for them to do that. In comes the Gust, the Wind Tunnel. That's a clean 2-0 lead for the Carried Captain as we are headed towards game number 3 of the best of 5. Battlefield of Eternity is the third map as we are heading into the potential last map between Carried Captain and the MC Academy. It seems like the Academy has a lot to learn still. So yeah, that jokes aside, I felt the first map was a bit closer between the two of them than what we saw on map number 2. That was a clean victory for the blue team, for sure. So now they gotta step it up a little bit if they wanna start a reverse sweep here. They need to come back into the series somehow. They're going to drop out of the tournament and, yeah, be eliminated. But we'll see. Map choice was made by the MC Academy. Now we got Maiev banned out again. I'm still curious if we're going to see a ban on Blaze eventually, or if he just keeps being available for teams. We've seen him move into a ban position, at least in some of the series, and there finally it is. Blaze gets banned, so that might make things a little bit more difficult on the side lane here. I mean, even if on Dragonshire you want to go for your Rexa, I would say keep Blaze in mind. Either pick him for yourself and let Rexa go, or ban Blaze out, one of the two. But yeah, I gotta do something there. Either way, now he's taken off the board. Battlefield of Eternity is obviously, from a teamfight perspective, also a bit more aggressive. You have only 2 lanes. There's a lot of battles happening in the middle. When it comes to damage, Hanzo is playing a big role here. You can go for the Vala arrow variation. Those are probably two of the biggest damage dealers that we're seeing here, but you still can play around with Sylvanas and enhance these pushes. You can go for Li Ming, try and go for that standoff battle where she just shells out one combo after another. And there's, of course, other options available to you as well. Whatever you do, just don't pick a Tannis. That's pretty much the rule of thumb. Just don't pick a Tannis. Just do that. I feel like after Vala, Street of the Hunter is now all of a sudden viable and better after it got changed. The biggest noob trap in the game is still Artanis on maps like Battlefield of Eternity with his amateur opponent on level 1 and the Bronzies coming in all the time. But it does extra damage! No, you don't understand! If the top players would just play my build, they would have success with him. That was honestly the best one every time in HGC. You know, you have players that back then are paid to play the game, are professionals and make a living out of it. And there were always a couple of dummies that were running around explaining to everybody that if the pros would just play their build, that the hero would finally be in the position that he deserves. And that the pros, they just don't understand. They play and practice 8 to 12 hours every single day, but they just don't understand how to play a hero properly. That shit always like made me giggle. It was funny as hell. But yeah, getting sidetracked here as usual. So Li Ming and Hanzo, I pointed them out earlier. They are both already taken in the first rotation. We have Muradin also taken away from Lauba this time. He likes a dwarf. Personally, I suspect that it's because he can't grow a proper beard and he's a little bit jealous of all of that. We got Urel instead, and also we have Anduin. Seems like Mane is now fully focused on the support role, which is kind of funny, to be honest. Mane is not really the one that I think about when I'm like, top supports, right there. But yeah, we got Urel, so the Space Goat is always good. Genji is in. You could, of course, with Anduin, go for a light bomb composition, put the light bomb on him, and then immediately just swip into the back line. Tracer gets banned out too, so two of the agile ones are immediately taken out. Yeah, now we are still in need for a bit more damage. We need the support still to be claimed. Bans are off. Side lane has also not been addressed by them. You have a few more options on Battlefield of Eternity. Yep, there's Ana. Nano boost. Ooh, and Vala as well. Seems like we're going to get an arrow build and also Li Ming. So technically Ana has 2 targets for her nano boost later on, depending on the situation on the map. So yeah, not too bad. And the final 2 picks for the blue team. What are we getting here? A Battlefield of Eternity. Lauba needs his tank. And we still need some damage for... Oh, yeah, Tyrael. What? Okay. Slow clap, slow clap. Guys, this smells very much like Judgment into Precision Strike. Don't take this away from me. I need this now. Don't take this away from me. Judgment into Precision Strike. Let's go. Do we want to have Sanctification in this game? Judgment into Precision Strike is the only thing that makes sense with these 2 picks towards the end. I'm a little bit sad if we don't go for the full burrito here and also have False Start with the Hinterland Blast. But if they're already going into those plays, let's make it happen. And Nubarak is the final pick. Let's go, everybody. Battlefield of Eternity, game number 3. The Nova game at hand. We get a Nova pick for Yasuo. You can definitely tell that these guys are now going to have a bit of fun. They know that they are in a 2-0 lead, so they're going to risk something here. They're going to try and delete the squishies on the other side. Could really go into Judgment and then Nova with her Precision Strike. So there's a lot of plays they can do. Nova obviously a bit more on the fun side. And this also falls back into what I've been talking about yesterday when I said that if you're at 2-0 ahead, take some risks, have some fun, and just try and catch your opponent off guard. But either way, we now got Copenhagen on URL. We have Mane on Anduin. Yasuo is the one playing Nova. Lauba with Tyrael and Tobos on Hanzo. Then again on the right side of the map, Nagrom with the Nubarak, Panda Colada on Li Ming. We got Warren on Ana, and Cookie is playing Vala for now. So, let's see what they can do with this. Honestly, it would be really fun if Nova would finally win a game. I honestly am not even sure if she was played in Meta Madness, but that's obviously more of a meme pick than anything else. I think we had in one of the qualifiers for the X Cup a game where Nova was picked, and let's just say it didn't go well. So it's kind of cool when it happens every now and then, but don't get used to it because in an actual competitive match, this is not really a thing, unfortunately. It would honestly be cool if some combos would be played every now and then on certain maps. But yeah, Nova already running away from Meridian. So Yasuo, even on level 1, realizing very quickly that this could be a problem for him. Down at the bottom of the map, the red team is getting some serious damage onto the wall. And is doing real work here. Taking the first tower down, focusing on the second. Nova in this case with the advanced cloaking. That still doesn't make her fully invisible. I honestly don't really know how I feel. Like, I never was really a fan when Blizzard addressed stealth and made it so that the outline is clearly visible. Not really a big fan of this. I feel with cloaking, it was always a weird situation for Blizzard, because if it's too cloaked, then you can farm noobs too easily. But in the current state, a lot of the invisible heroes, it just doesn't add enough to make them really viable and really strong. The only exception at the end of the day, and that's mostly because of his mobility, is of course Zeratul. So yeah, always a little bit unfortunate. But either way, arrow build as expected, so that's not really a shocker. If you're not going for the double support, then auto attack style is more or less out of the question. Not 100%, but it's rare. We're having arrow build also for the extra damage against the Immortal. That's the main reason that you play Vala on this map in the first place. And on top of this, with Panda Colada and his Liming, you have, of course, a lot of damage on poke potential on the Immortal too. Going into the Triumvirate, into Dominance on level 4 directly. Nova by now also level 4. The bug is a little bit low. Here comes the hit. 1 stun, 2 stun. Not enough follow-up though. And Nagrom will die. Or not. He gets the Carapace out. That was a close call, though. Yeah, that combo we needed a little bit earlier. When Yasuo was stunned, that could have been a kill. Now we have her with the rapid projection on level 4, right here. And yeah, the objective has been announced, so the teams are starting to go for their shaman camps to apply some lane pressure while the objective is up. So there we go. But level 10, they gotta do it. They really gotta do it. Just imagine it. Judgment into Hanzo Arrow into Precision Strike. It has to be the play here. The reason, by the way, why I say this, some people that watch this might actually not know, but back in the days of the Alpha... Ooh, there's the kill. Goodbye, Rel. Back in the days of the Alpha and the Beta, even at the beginning, one of the most powerful combinations that you could go for was Tyrael with Nova, and if you really wanted to go for the full-on overkill, you would pick Falstad as well, and then you would go Judgment into Precision Strike and Hinterland Blast, just delete targets. Now that fell off very quickly, especially as cleanses were introduced and more heroes had access to it, so then you could deal with that. But it's just absolutely awesome to somehow see this come back up here, now that Ana has been claimed on the other side. Even if it's just in a more fun situation, but yeah, I absolutely love it. So now the objective, the first one is climbed. We have a victory for the red team, as they have now the first Immortal in this one, and also level 7 that will soon come with it. All the way towards the top side, they can now try and pressure this even further, and they've destroyed the second wall as well. So they are doing a great job with all of this. There's a chance that they can take down the first fort here, especially now that Calamity has been claimed too. Yep, and arrow build with Monster Hunter is now also ready for the next objective, so this is where Vala really comes online. Talking about Nova, the anti-armor shells on level 7. Bit of action against Lauber on his Tyrael. One-on-one with Nubarak down at the bottom of the map. We haven't really talked about it a whole lot, but we got now, in this case, Muradin and Nubarak, so they went for full-on double tank. One of the reasons why they did that is because they want to have access to additional stuns and CC, but more importantly, if you can now play a little bit around your cocoon, you can try and ruin all of these plays that can technically be made by the blue team. So that really helps. If you are starting to come in with a cocoon, you can shut that down once a combo gets started. You can also engage and put pressure on them. And if you do that, then it's going to be more tricky for Carried Captain to really make a play and yeah, set this kill combo up that they likely will pick on level 10. Purge Evil on level 7, just as a bit of a side note, so no Swift Retribution in this case. Isn't needed here, but the standard talent for Tyrael has obviously not been claimed here. Nova already trying to dart around a little bit, and Nagrom is immediately there too. Yep, there's the dive, but they don't have the follow-up just yet. Sleep darts all around, nice body blocks, beautiful. Anduin with a kill, now that's a meme. And yep, The body blocks that we just saw from Lauba, those were great. Just making sure that Anubara could not get out of there. He felt he was safe, but yep, guess what? He wasn't. That sleep dot, unfortunately, for the red team didn't connect, but there's the kill. Yasuo with a big snipe. Player killer number 1, baby. The meme is real. Tries to go for a second hit, and he gets it too. Nova with the big kills over here. Player killer number 1 in action. Coming in with a quick double kill. Nicely done. Yasuo absolutely crushing it here. So good shit. And that's obviously for the Academy a bit of a setback, because now they are the ones who are most likely going to lose the first fort, despite the fact that they really took out the fort at the top left. Here comes Precision Strike, here comes the arrow, and here is Judgment. Oh yeah, baby, we are ready. Let's go. That combo is gonna be so fucking good. Doesn't even need the combo for the kill. There's the... the light bomb engage with Judgment. Stun into stun. And both of them are just blown apart here. Massive heavy engage onto the squishies. Ana in trouble too. Oh boy. This is such a nostalgic moment here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't try this against Team. But I am very, very happy to see it, at least in this series. That definitely spices things up a little bit. We have the good old Superman move from Tyrael, and with a light bomb, it is just absolutely fantastic what they were able to set up there. And of course, then on top of it, you also have the precision strike. Here's the reason, by the way, why Nova oftentimes does not get picked, because once that you catch her, she is just getting murdered. So no chance for her to get out of this one. 5 kills to 2, and with the help of Vala, maybe an immortal after all for the MC Academy. Nagrum gets attacked. There's the cocoon. They're trying to drive it a little bit farther and are nearly getting turbos. In comes the nano boost. Panda! The Panda Colada in trouble, and he gets away. Oh, so I thought, but there's the Judgment, and again the light bomb exploding right on top of Li Ming, and she is down. Precision strike, but this one didn't really do too much. Granny is still in trouble, and Warren is about to fall. Warren is about to fall. They try to body block a little bit, and Ana makes it out. Ana makes it out, but Vala dies instead. Boy, what a chase here. Oh god. Who needs Genji for the light bomb attack if you have a Tyrael with Judgment, right? So, it is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So, we have, in terms of damage, 29,000 for Hanzo. Nova is sitting at 17k. 33,000 for Vala. Player killer number 1, not really delivering on the damage numbers, but at least getting some kills in. And now setting something up also for Copenhagen, who with Urel is able to lock down Li Ming. And that looked a little bit like Volto nicht gekonnt. They were trying to go in and somehow empower Vala to take down Urel, but that did not play out well for them. First of all, she missed the arrow, then we saw the nano boost applied, and Urel simply jumped out, so now all of this is missing as they're trying to defend against the Immortal. Thankfully for them, the shield is fairly low, so there's not too much that they can do here. Vala is burning it down very quickly anyways, but there's level 13 talents now. Urel is at the top, pushing the lane out, and they're trying to dive on Anduin. Precision strike, good hit on Nagrom, and Ana keeps him alive. But as all of this happens, Urel is at the top. She's currently at the top lane and pushing for the keep, starting to open all of this up with ease, honestly. No big problems for her. And the bot lane push is still continuing, as they are now attempting to make a play for the second fort. So, situation is looking great. Oh, the arrow, only in the back line. And again, the light bomb engage on Ana. But this time, the stun was there. Tyrael jumps back out, which is adding, if anything, insult to injury. Cookie is also a bit low as they're trying to make a play for Nova. And yes, Yasuo dies. So does Vala, though. So at least he gets a kill for it. And Lauba is immediately back on Ana. One is realizing that he might be in trouble. Tyrael jumps back out, but they just can't get consecutive kills. They get one, and that's about it. Obviously, we could now see the precision strike also YOLO'd over here. But there's still a camp up on the map. And the MC Academy is realizing that they might now have a chance to get some extra XP, get the camp, and play from there. They still haven't destroyed the fort at the top lane, by the way. That still hasn't happened. Here comes the Cocoon. Precision strike. But Panda, he's alive. He's alive, and he's getting out of this one. The camp, though, claimed by carried captain. Oh boy, there's level 13. So with level 13, that should make it a bit easier for at least oh, no Gloom. Alright, no Gloom for her. Instead, we have the Siphoning Arrows. Gotta admit that that surprises me a little bit. I expected with Vala trying to get those hits in, that Gloom would be the weapon of choice for them. But instead, they're going a little bit more into the arrow style. We got the Bronze Beard Rage and also the Burning Beetles now in play. And yeah, it's time for objective number... what is this, 3? Should be 3. Look at the minimap, by the way. Camps everywhere. There's a double camp at the bot lane now, so that fort is definitely gone and might even start to attack the keep. Arrow gets dodged this time. Nicely done. That was actually very important. Already Avatar is out, and Nubara gets murdered. And the light bomb attack against Vala in the back once again. Cookie with a strafe gets healed by Warren, but Copenhagen is zoning both of them out. Vala with one arrow after another. Now she's at 26 stacks. Panda Colada is low, so is Splice. Both of them falling here. First Li Ming dies, or first Murden, then Li Ming, and now the rest of the team is also on the run. Anna is obliterated, and Cookie is most likely not going to make it either, meaning that we're having a full 5-man wipe. And now they could honestly go, maybe even for a bot lane push already. They got level 16 talents. That gives us the double pull from Anduin. We also have the 10 plus Verdict. And yeah, I can tell you Khaldor's Verdict. Khaldor's Verdict is stomp, baby. 14-3. That's an easy one to call. Unless, of course, the Academy is somehow stepping it up big time and is getting a few kills under their belt. But currently, they are off to face a big Immortal because Tobos is just crushing the Immortal on the left side. Another fight, another precision strike, another kill. Nova with a big one, and another hit on Li Ming. Judgment time. Nova dying again. She died 3 times, by the way. 3 deaths on Nova, but hey, I don't care. We got a Nova, we got precision strike, we went old school, and I'm here for it. Lauber doesn't die, by the way. They keep Tyrael alive. God knows how, but they managed to do it. Good job by Anduin. Copenhagen, then again. Is he going to be able to survive as well? Ooh, big arrow. That shut Vala down very quickly. She's at 52,000 damage. Top damage in the game. Strafe, of course, helping with that. Keep at the bot lane hasn't fallen yet. Interestingly enough, the Immortal travels to the bottom of the map. Ah, of course, because the red team got it. The red team actually locked the Immortal in. Oh my god, guys. I was like, what the hell is happening here? So yeah, the red team was able to sneak in the Immortal after all. I got heavily confused there for just a second. But they're starting to make the plays now at the top. So that Immortal is being defended against easily. What about Uraldo? There's the precision strike. There's the storm bolt. Ult is already out. There's the pull. They're going for Anduin. Light bomb! Anduin! Run, baby, run! Mena! And he dies. Mena dies. They have the potential kill. And yes, the Calamity. A double kill. Finally, the top fort is destroyed. They can take the top fort at the bottom of the map too. But yeah, there's the move now. Epicenter is in. Seething hatred all in on the arrow build. And they finally, they know where Nova is. They've seen Nova. And there's the first stun, there's the second stun. Spoiler alert, she's gonna die. Look at them. 4 of them going for Nova. That's the thing. If you finally can get her, you send everybody in to drop her. Not because you're afraid of it, but because you want, everybody wants to have a piece of the action there. Just drop her and just finally kill her. She's so annoying. So if you're able to get that kill, then yeah, you're going to be a happy panda. But it highlights again that it's a little bit tricky for Nova to be in these situations. 4 deaths on her alone. That's more than 50% of the deaths of the team. You know, they're trying to see what they can obviously do to exploit the situation a bit. And yes, here we are. 16 kills to 7. Very kill-heavy game. There's another move for Vala. Yeah, goes for the strafe. All right. Get some solid damage out here. Cocoon has been used too. Nice lockdown. Urel jumps out, but the fight isn't over yet by any means. In comes Tyrael. Light bomb. The double hit. He nearly takes down Living, but he just can't make it happen. It was so close though. Precision strike as well, and oh, it's fireworks over here. Fireworks everywhere. Nano boost, precision strike, judgment, I mean everything. Everybody is going full pirate as they're going into the fight, and the only thing they got on their mind is arrgh, arrgh. Ults all around. Level 20 up next. But for now, we're still fighting it out with level 16. Oh boy. So now we have the chance also for a bit more bot lane attack. As you can tell, another Stormbolt is hitting, and it's hitting hard. Valla is getting real damage out now. Nova is gonna have her precision strike back up in just a second, but Valla again with big damage, especially on Hanzo. That nearly dropped him. That strafe was maybe even a bit early, but now they can start to poke away at the Immortal, and they do it already with Li Ming. An arrow after another is also connected, and that chunks it down very quickly with a level 7. That, on the other hand, was a big problem, but they shut down Lauber for a second as he jumps back on Ana. Precision strike is in! Tyrael! They have him! But Ana will likely still die. Ana is down, so is Anubarak, and it seems like Panda Colada is also going to get dropped. He wanted to go for the counter kill against Yasuo, nearly got it, but not quite, so it's a 1-for-3 trade. Very positive play, obviously, for the captains. And now they can easily go for the keep at the bottom of the map, and maybe more than that. Objective should be theirs at this point. Cookie, he's coming in and is trying to boost his damage a little bit further, sitting at 73,000 here. Splice is not hitting the shot against Yasuo. Oh, ho, ho, ho. And there it is. Yasuo with another kill, and a quick B steps too. Now they have level 20, and with that we get the upgrades for the heroics. So this is going to get much, much worse now. Not only do we have the Angel of Justice, but we also got the Precision Barrage. And from here on out, you should be able to just carpet the floor with them. They're already making a play, interrupting the jump, arrow. Oh my god. Muradin, that poor guy. First the bullseye, the arrow, precision strike, everything is just dropped on him, and he gets totally crushed there. So the core has already taken a little bit of shield damage, not much more than that. But here comes another one. Yeah, Turbos. Nova has been cocooned. Here comes the jump onto Panda Colada, this time without a big effect. But Ana, she has a problem, and that problem is called Nova. So off we go, even with a nano boost. Yeah, Li Ming, she's trying to do what she can, and she gets a kill at least against Hanzo, but I doubt that's going to be enough. And we have them coming in with another light bomb, and that is the end of Li Ming, and it should be the end of the game, as we have carried Captain with 24 kills, 2-9. That's what I said, yeah. And they're dropping Valla too. So it's another 5-man team wipe, and that is going to seal the fate of the MC Academy. They're going to get kicked out of the tournament here by carried Captain as the blue team moves on to the next round in the losers bracket. Congratulations, they take the best of 5 series with a clean 3-0, going for an old school comp on the final map. Definitely a bit of a showcase. Absolutely love it. Tons of fun. Congratulations to carry Captain as they move on in the tournament. Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description, and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.